This is the race we have been waiting for, the OK final, the final of the WSK Supermaster Series here this afternoon as the temperature rises to 13 degrees Celsius. The sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, the snow is melting on the top of Vesuvius, and we are ready to race what will be an absolutely cracking affair here this afternoon. Kim Nakamura Berta, he finished P2 at La Conca 7 days ago, but he starts P1 for the final here this afternoon. Of course, the championship is on the line. Joseph Turney, who won round 3 of the championship. He starts on the second row of the grid, and he is the championship leader on 254 points. From Kim Nakamura Berta, who is critically on pole position, a place ahead of him on the grid on 236 points. Another brilliant weekend of racing in the WSK Supermaster Series before we race what will be an absolutely cracking affair here this afternoon. Let's check out the highlights of what has happened so far this week here at SARNO. Kim Nakamura Berta, 2:06. The Japanese driver finished P2 last week at La Conca, but he starts on pole for the final. The Jamaican sensation, Alex Powell in 2:07, took pole position in qualifying, scorching around the circuit in a time of 53.349 seconds to take pole by almost 0.2 of a second. A technical issue in the final means the kid from the Caribbean in 2:07 starts further back on the grid than he would have liked. He's 8th in the championship. Ricky Flynn Motorsport driver Freddie Slater, 2:27, starts on the outside of the front row of the grid in the Lando Norris kart. Oscar Pedersen missed the podium by a single position last week at La Conca, but the Super Swede out of grid 5 for Ward Racing here this afternoon. To the left of your screen, Kim Nakamura Berta, and to the right, fast Freddie Slater. The final of the afternoon here at SARNO, this magnificent and super quick circuit. Ferocious speeds even in the direct drive OK category, 138, 139 k's an hour. As we said, Alex Powell, the Jamaican, a technical issue in the pre-final. Okay, I'll be honest, he just lost the rear bumper, so he gets 0 points from the pre-final and starts further back in the pack on the 7th row of the grid, which we'll have a look for you in just a moment. Joseph Turney, JT from MK in the UK, starts on the 2nd row of the grid. Spectacular. Off the line in 2:03, the Vortex Power Tony kart. To his left, Thomas Stolchamanis in the Energy Kart 270. To the right, at the front of your screen, just ahead of Thomas, there is the Energy 270. There is Freddie Slater. Kim Nakamura Berta, the English-born Japanese driver for Kart Republic. Newly announced as an Alpine F1 Academy affiliate driver. It is a mouthful. It basically means he's got a contract with the Alpine F1 team for the future. As the grid girls lead the circuit for the final time here this afternoon, which in itself is quite a sad thing. Ready to race the final of the afternoon, the 17-lap. 26-kilometre final. This is round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Do not forget, we are back at the centre of the karting universe, South Garda Karting Lonato on July 17 for the first round of the WSK Euro Series, and back here on the last day of July for the second round of the Euro Series for 2022. The next event on the WSK calendar is round 1 of the Italian F4 Championship, powered by Alba, presented by WSK Promotion on the 8th of May at the Imola Formula 1 Grand Prix circuit, 2 weeks after the circuit in the northeast of Italy, Emilia-Romagna to be precise, hosts the Formula 1 Grand Prix for the 2nd year in a row. Ready to race the OK final here this afternoon. Joseph Turney is the championship leader from Kim Nakamura Berta, and Tuukka Tappinen out of grid 3. Great to have your company wherever you are watching us live all around the world on wsk.it. And for the first time, we welcome our viewers around the planet on Motorsport TV as well. The green flag flies and we're ready to race for the final time at the foot of the active volcano, which is Vesuvius. Forgive the cliche, but the only eruption this afternoon will be on track as we race the OK final this afternoon. There's the volcano in the background. This is the grid. K&B on pole. Fast Freddy out of 2. JT out of 3, alongside Thomas Stoltermanis. Pedersen, Pavan, the Champions Cup champion. Severukin, James Agozzi, Enzo Deligny, and the round 2 winner, Tappanen, out of 10. The Jamaican sensation is on the 7th row of the grid alongside Rafa Modenese, but ahead of Alex is Luigi Coluccio, and alongside the Italian is Max Popov. Akshay Bora, Ian Eichmans. The Oakman is ahead of David Walter, Luca Samalisto, Dion Gauda, and another Mercedes Junior, Jan Pulgui. Zach David is alongside the Emirati last year's Junior Supermaster Series champion, Rashid Aldaheri. The boy from Brazil, o menino do Brasil, Gabriel Gomes. Bertuca, Marek Skriven, another menino do Brasil, Matias Ferreira. And then we go to Maxim Rem, Keanu Bloom, the Austrian for the TB racing team. Simeshvara, another Emirati in Keanu Alazzari. Pashevic, Irfan. And then the two sons of the former Formula One drivers, Oscar Vert, son of Alex, Rintaro Sato, son of Takuma, the now IndyCar driver, Niels Truga, and Gustav Wisniewski on the final row of the grid. Welcome to one of the most spectacular, welcome to one of the fastest circuits in the world. This is Circuito Internazionale Napoli, simply known as SARNO, ready to host the OK final as we fight for the title this afternoon. Joseph pushes Keen up to the line. And we race. Turney slots predictably into second place. And the British-born drivers go 1, 2, 3. Keen Nakamura Berta into first place, but goes wide. And Joseph slips through and takes the lead. Superstar from Joseph Turney intimidates Keen Nakamura Berta off the line. Ken was having none of it, but ran wide at the second corner as we lose 3 karts in the grass. Sebastiano Pavan, the WSK Champions Cup champion, is out. Nakamura Berta into second place. And a great start from the first award racing driver. It looks to be Oscar Pedersen, who's in position 3. That's the position he missed by a single place last week at Le Conca. With the exception of Sebastiano Pavan, who has retired, a relatively clean start. They come across the line for the first time. JT in position 1. Here's the championship leader. We'll keep an eye on the virtual championship. Kim Nakamura Berta in second. Pedersen, Slater, Deligny, Coluccio on the charge. Here's the round 1 winner, Luigi Coluccio, up into 6th place from grid 11 ahead of Bora, Walter, Stoltermanis, Gauda, Agozzi, Popov, and the round 2 winner, Tuukka Tappanen, down in 13th place. They race down the back straight. King Nakamura Berta looks over his left shoulder, emulating what Joseph did a millisecond prior. Oscar Pedersen, super quick, is the Swedish driver for Ward Racing, the Vortex-powered Tony Kart, on the charge here this afternoon. He finished 1 step off the podium at Le Conca 7 days ago. At the moment, he stands on it provisionally as K&B goes so deep under brakes. Joseph Turney tries to keep the 203 Tony Kart as straight as possible. The Green Machines in first and third. The Kart Republic in second place. That's Enzo Deligny in the Paralin. Ahead of Fast Freddy as Joseph goes wide, but still incredibly holds on to the lead. A nervous moment there for the Brit. There's confirmation that if Joseph holds on to the top spot, he would take the title, but K&B has other ideas. Slater in P5 joins in this fight for the lead, the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Joseph puts the 203 in the middle of the circuit as Pedersen fights with Deligny and Fast Freddy. Coluccio on the charge as well. The round 1 winner, Luigi Coluccio. A forgettable round at his home circuit at Le Conca last week. We look for the 202. There he is in position 6 behind the 2020 Junior World Champion, Freddie Slater. Joseph Turney under immense pressure as they flash across the line at almost 140 k's an hour. Bora, Stoltermanis, Walter, Popov down into turn 2. Possibly the best passing opportunity on the circuit. This is lap 4 of 17, Turney under immense pressure, but he still holds the lead. That is Deligny, who's got speed to burn here this weekend. Saved his best for the final. Confirmation, the order at the bottom of your screen. Turney will again, white liner puts it in the middle of the circuit, but in doing so, banks up the traffic. Stolchemanis down the inside of the American Akshay Bora. Nice move by Thomas, trying to recover after starting on the second row of the grid. The energy card is quick. He sits in behind David Walter. The Great Dane for Koski Motorsport, powered by the one engine. As Deligny slips by and takes second place from Kim Nakamura. So the TM of the Paralin slips up into second place, but it's the Vortex powered Tony Kart of last weekend's winner, Joseph Turney, who's got the lead. There's the CRG going through Gabriel Gomes, O Menino do Brazil. A super start. He's up into position 13 from 23rd on the grid. That was he going through in the 218 CRG on the back of the round 2 winner, Tuukka Tappinen. A forgettable start for Rafa Modenese, the Peruvian who was so quick yesterday, is the final runner, and Sebastiano Pavan is the only retirement from the OK final this afternoon. Slater slips by into third place. Kin Nakamura, he's back to P5. He'll lose the championship. We'll check the virtual points as they come across the line. We are not even yet at half race distance. It's all going wrong from the newly announced Alpine Formula One affiliate junior driver. There he is, Kin Nakamura going through. 206 behind him, David Walter and Akshay Bora storming up through the field. And the same can be said for David Walter, who's come from grid 17. The Great Dane is up into position 6. Deligny now with the fastest lap of the race. Enzo with a 53.784 versus a 54 dead for Joseph. They race down the back straight. Enzo is crawling all over the back of the Englishman. Deligny in the Paralin, not long out of, it seems like yesterday he was racing in 60 Mini. Last year in OK Junior, and now he's in OK. And is he about to take the lead into the final corner? Too far back. He's caught Joseph Turney. He'll try and get the drive up the inside. There is David Walter flying. The Great Dane from grid 17 is now up into position 4. He goes by Oscar Pedersen, who looks behind. Back to Bora, the driver from New York, USA, ahead of Stolchemanis. Nakamura down to 8. Look to the bottom right of your screen. Turney would take the title. The most spectacular driver to watch in the world of karting. He won 7 days ago at Le Concours Leggese World Circuit, the 203, the Tony Kart Race, a 401 RR chassis. Gripped up, hooked up, powered by the Vortex, fighting with the TM-powered Paralin. Enzo Deligny, the French-American driver, in second place, officially from La France. And he dives down the inside. Enzo Deligny makes the move and he goes through to lead the final here at SARNO. Turney sets into slipstream. There is Slater catching the both of them. Slater's the driver to watch. He's just lit up the circuit with a 53.649. He's the fastest driver on the track. Freddie Slater, 2020 Junior World Champion for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, is absolutely storming up behind his countryman. Joseph still in second place, holds on to it. So the front three pulling away. Enzo Deligny, Joseph Turney, Freddie Slater, David Walter. He's catching the leading trio, would you believe? The Paralin is pulling away. This may well be a fight between Slater and Enzo Deligny, but Turney will take the title because Kin Nakamura is down in position 8. Across the line they flash. 134 k's an hour, 130 only for Enzo Deligny. Of course, he's breaking the slipstream as Turney runs wide again. That's the second time he's done that at the corner. The second corner, that is. He slips back to P3. Slater on the charge. P3 last week at Le Concours. And he's now up into second place. Enzo from Freddie and Joseph. The Paralin from the two OTK karts. There's David Walter for Koski Motorsport. Head of Akshay Bora from grid 15. Up into 5th place, head of Stolchemanis. Nakamura goes by Pedersen, Popov, the two Ward Racing teammates. And the round 2 winner, Tuukka Tappinen, P10, ahead of guess who? Luigi Coluccio, who's down in 11th place. The Jamaican Alex Powell, the fastest qualifier, down in 15th. Not having a good run here this afternoon. The Mercedes AMG Junior just crosses the line now. The virtual championship tourney would just still take it. Can afford to finish in P3. Look how he rides the ripple strip. The 203 Tony Kart rides up onto two wheels as he just clips the curb as they race down the back straight. We pass half race distance. Opens up the jet on the IBEA carburetor, feeding the plant of fuel into the Vortex engine at 16,000 RPM. We've already told you the top speed near on 137 k's an hour at one of the fastest circuits in the world. This is Circuito Internazionale Napoli, simply known as SARNO, host venue for this, the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series for 2022. Enzo Dellini across the line. The gap is 0.6 of a second back to Slater, Turney, Walter, Bora, Stolchemanis, KMB, position 7. There's Maxim Rem going through, Simashvara, Eichmann, Samalisto, Bertuka, Matthias Verheera. Also recently announced as an Alpine F1 Junior. In the affiliate program, he took pole position, did the GP management driver in round 1 of this series at Lonato. He also took pole position in round 2, but he is now the second boy from Brazil, Matthias Verheera, down in 23rd place. Dellini 0.6 of a second last time round. I suspect it's more than that. 6 laps remaining at the end of this one. Enzo Dellini into the final corner. You can see how flat the steering wheel, how the Paralin Motorsport team have set it. Almost NASCAR style. They're getting more and more vertical. These okay driving positions these days. And has to feel flashed by Nakamura, Berta, Pedersen, Popov, Tappanen, Coluccio, Gozzi, Gomez, Gauda, Powell. The gap, 0.9 of a second. David Walter with the fastest middle sector of the entire race. But he's in position 4 from grid 17. An outstanding drive from David Walter. Koski Motorsport. Tony Kart, in fact, has just been passed by Thomas Stolchemanis. So the Latvian, who was actually quickest through the speed trap in qualifying at 139 k's an hour. The TM-powered Energy Kart in position 5 now as he goes wheel to wheel with David Walter. So the Tony Kart of Joseph Turney in position 3 behind Slater. There's Stolchemanis. Now a step off the podium. David Walter has driven as well as he possibly can, but he's in P5. Behind him, Maximilian Popov for Ward Racing with a 53.400. Goes purple and sets the fastest lap of the race behind his Ward Racing teammate, Oscar Pedersen. Maximilian Popov is flying. He won't make the podium, but he's driven brilliantly this afternoon. Turney does not need to win the race to take the WSK Supermaster Series title. The Tony Kart Racing team, they won round 1 with Luigi Coluccio. They won round 2 with Tuukka Tappanen. They won round 3 7 days ago at Le Conca-Muro-Leggese World Circuit. They won't win this afternoon, it would seem, because Enzo Dellini is pulling away. Stolchemanis, Walter, Bora, superb. Kim Nakamura Berta had high hopes coming into the championship final. He will finish second provisionally. He may well finish higher than that because Turney slips back into second place. Slater back into third. That's where he finished at Le Conca 7 days ago. Joseph back into second. Now sets off. Surely not. Surely not. Can he catch the leader, Enzo Dellini, who's 1.3 seconds down the road? Stolchemanis goes purple with a 53.304. 1.3 seconds between Enzo and now Joseph. Fast Freddy back to 3, and he's been caught by the energy card of the Latvian, Thomas Stolchemanis. 3 laps of this world-famous super fast 1,550-metre circuit remaining. There is Dellini across the line. Turney second, will take the title if he finishes right there. There is Gomez driving superbly. Wheel to wheel with Powell, Gauda, Severukian, David, Maxim Rem, Simashvara, Verheera, Pashovic, Simolisto going through. 2.5 laps now remaining, 1.5 seconds. Enzo's pulling away. He's on his way to victory. Joseph is on his way to taking the WSK Supermaster Series title, which was won in 2021 by Rafa Kamara. Nikita Bertrand, a year prior to that, Dexter, that Glaswegian, took it in 2019. The original champion of the WSK Supermaster Series, none other than our own Antonio Giovinazzi. He won in 2010 and backed it up a year later in 2011. That's going back some 13 years now. Joseph Turney looking to write his name into the history books. He's in P2. Enzo Deligny, do not forget the French driver, has come from Grid 9 in the Paralympic Motorsport kart. As they go through the Grifone S's for the penultimate time. Slater's been caught by Stoltjemanis. Slater needs position 3 to finish position 3 in the championship. There is David Walter driving the wheels off the Koski Motorsport Tony Kart 301. Enzo Deligny goes purple in the first sector to rub salt into the wound. Turney in second. Slater, watch Thomas. He runs into the back of the English driver. Will cut back on the inside, but Slater closes the door. This is the last lap of the race for Enzo Deligny. Le dernier tour pour Enzo Deligny. Stoltjemanis desperately wants the podium. Slater looks right, looks left, and behind him the Great Dane is coming. This is the last lap. Deligny will win the race. Turney will take the title. The fight for the bottom step of the podium. Walter runs into the back of Stoltjemanis. That is Akshay Bora as Turney skips away. Slater, incredibly somehow, withstands the pressure in the Ricky Flynn Motorsport Lando Norris kart. He's in position 3. Deligny is gone. A super drive. The Paralympic pilot from France will win the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Into the corner for the final time. La Drapeau d'Amiens pour Enzo Deligny as David Walter takes Thomas sideways across the line. Deligny wins here in Sarno. Turney second, and with that, the Englishman is the 2022 WSK Supermaster Series champion. Just awesome here in Naples. Slater takes third. Ki Nakamura Berta recovers for P5. Joseph Turney takes the title from KNB, and Slater home in third. That's the championship. Joseph Turney for the Tony Kart Racing Team. P2 here this afternoon. P1 7 days ago. But the 2022 WSK Supermaster Series Championship goes to the Tony Kart Racing Team and the driver from the Queen's England, Joseph Turney. Turney off the line was awesome as ever. Ki Nakamura Berta was muscled back to P5 as Enzo Deligny picked them off one by one. Slater superb as well was the Englishman for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. His second, third placing in 7 days. Deligny going by on Turney as Slater slipped by as well. But then Slater went wide at that corner where Joseph missed the apex a few laps earlier. Stoltjemanis, Walter and Slater, awesome racing on the final lap, even if it did get a little bit messy, and credit to Akshay Bora, who finishes in position 7 from midfield. David Walter takes Stoltjemanis, but it is Enzo Deligny who wins the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Joseph home in second place, and with that, the English driver is the 2022 WSK Supermaster Series champion. A thrilling final here at Sarno. We'll take a look at the results. Enzo takes the win for Team Paralympic. Joseph second place, and with that, Turney is the champion for 2022. And the second Union Jack on your timing screen in position 3, that of Freddie Slater home in third place for RFM. Walter Ki Nakamura Berta finishes P5, but with that, Ki Nakamura Berta is second in the series. We'll see him on the podium a little bit later. Alex Powell, P13 for the fastest qualifier. It was not his afternoon, as sometimes happens in world sport. Slater, his second podium, his second third place, 2 weeks in a row. Eichmanns did not finish, neither did Gustav Wisniewski. Jan Hui Rafa Modenese, and of course Sebastiano Pavan. The WSK Champions Cup champion unfortunately retired just a few hundred meters after the start. Well, the volcano did not erupt. Yeah, I'm trying to use every possible cliche, but the action on track certainly did. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage, but it's not over yet. This is the podium where Enzo Deligny will stand on the top step in just a moment. Great to have your company for our live coverage of this, the championship final, the WSK Supermaster Series for 2022. The OK final podium, and then the championship podium in just a moment as well. You are watching us live on WSK.IT and also for the first time through Motorsport TV and its affiliate networks. The podium presentation for OK live from Naples in just a moment. And then the championship presentation as well. Don't forget, we are back at the centre of the karting universe on July 17 for the WSK Euro Series. And on the 31st of July here at SARNO for round 2 of the Euro Series as well. As the drivers make their way up onto the circuit, a thrilling final, and we'll get the race presentation underway first. And then the championship podium as well here this afternoon. Following in the footsteps of Rafa Kamara, who took the 2021 title. But first, the race podium presentation here this afternoon. Another podium. He did finish in position 3 last week at Le Conca, and another stunning drive from Freddie Slater. He comes home in position 3, the driver from the Queen's England for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. 3rd place in the series final, Freddie Slater. Position 1 7 days ago, and position 2 here this afternoon, as entertaining to watch as ever. 2nd place in the series final for the Tony Kart Racing team, also from the Queen's England, Joseph Turney. A perfect drive for the Frenchman for the Paralin Motorsport team. Please welcome to the top step of the podium from La France, the winner of the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series, Enzo Deligny. The national anthem of La France. The podium for the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Another great third place for Freddie Slater. Second for Joseph Turney here in the final this afternoon. And the winner of the final round. We'll just get in for a quick word with Enzo Deligny. Félicitations, un course super ici aujourd'hui en Italie. How was your race here this afternoon? A perfect drive. You had speed to burn in the Paralink kart, Enzo Deligny.
Yeah, it was really amazing. The kart was perfect. The engine was on point. Thanks to GFR, Paralink, they really set up the best kart for me to go and take the win.
Congratulations, Enzo, Joseph, and of course, Freddie. This is the race podium. We'll take a very short break, just a few seconds. Don't go too far away, though, because we award the championship podium in just a moment, live from right here at SARNO. The podium for the championship in just a moment. Rafa Kamada won the 2021 WSK Supermaster Series. He joins us on the grid for the Prema Power team for the 2022 Italian Formula 4 Championship, which gets underway on the 8th day of May at Imola, the Formula 1 Grand Prix circuit. We have a new champion for 2022. A brilliant championship, a brilliant series for Ricky Flynn Motorsport in the Lando Norris kart. Third place in the Supermaster Series, Freddie Slater. A class act is the driver who has finished second in the WSK Supermaster Series, the newly announced Alpine F1 affiliate junior driver. Second in the Supermaster Series for 2022 for Kart Republic from Japan, Kin Nakamura-Berta. Nobody can say he does not deserve this. He dominated La Conca 7 days ago, and another podium here in the race this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the top step of the podium, the all-new 2022 WSK Supermaster Series champion, Joseph Turney. The championship podium, huge congratulations to Freddie Slater, Kin Nakamura-Berta and Joseph Turney. If I've got it correct, it's all drivers born in the Queen's England, first, second and third on the podium this afternoon. Congratulations, Freddie. Congratulations, Kin, second in the series. Let's get a word with JT from MK in the UK, Joseph Turney, Milton Keynes, the United Kingdom, for this, the Tony Kart Racing team. Mate, how do you feel? You are the champion for 2022.
Yeah, obviously very happy. Many times second and third in these championships, so to finally win one, we can be really happy. And firstly, say thank you to the team because they deserve this more than anyone. They won 3 of the 4 rounds of this series in the class, so they deserved it 100%.
Well done, mate. A class act, and congratulations also to Kin in second place and Freddie, who's disappeared in third. With that, we'd like to say thank you very much for watching what has been a magnificent 2022 WSK Supermaster Series on WSK.it, and also for the first time, our affiliate network, Motorsport TV. We are back at the centre of the karting universe, July 17 for the WSK Euro Series, and right back here at SARNO on the last day of July. The WSK calendar continues on the 8th day of May with the 2022 Italian F4 Championship, also presented by WSK Promotion. On behalf of everyone right here at Circuito Internazionale Napoli and everyone at WSK Promotion, thank you for watching the 2022 WSK Supermaster Series. We say goodbye from Napoli.